What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Papa J Variety Express podcast. This is an episode of WhoDat. It's very, very special because we are coming at you not so live, but from Ever Artist Studios, and I have the absolute fucking pleasure, and yes, you can curse on here,
I love
to be chatting with an entrepreneur, a business owner, and a damn cool dude. I'm here with Mr. Ryan Kelly.
it. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, really cool. You're the first business owner to actually be on here. Well,
That's cool.
it's really neat to have someone like you in my life that I've met. You know, we've only known each other a brief amount of time, and beyond impressive. Please let the people know, what do you do?
Well, first of all, it means a lot. Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me on. Honestly, so I do a multitude of things. I started out, I started Ever Artist Management to build bands, basically. I've been in the cover circuit, in the cover world, I was a musician primarily, um, 13 years pretty much. And I was doing 200 shows a year. I was playing in multiple bands. And then, after the pandemic happened, I pretty much shifted my focus and I was like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, am I going to keep playing for years and years? Because literally right before all that happened, the plan was to beat ourselves into the ground, rack up as much cash as you can, and then like figure out what to do.
Cash out.
Yeah, cash out, right? But that like didn't seem to be the case when everything kind of stopped, and it kind of gave like a new light to what I was doing, and it also made me realize kind of like my strengths and my weaknesses, and when I saw and I felt like what I thought I could offer to other people in terms of putting them in a band, building a band around people, giving people the opportunity to kind of cut through the fat and get up to the to where they want to be. I was pretty much like I was set up with all the tools already. So I just had to figure out a way to get that to other people. So really, I just started putting together bands. I started looking for musicians, and then it just snowballed into a bigger and bigger thing. And now I have this space, which happens kind of like it's almost necessity for what I do. I always need space because I got gear, I got people, I got all this stuff. So then now where I am, I'm sitting in my second space, which I love. And
This is a beautiful space.
thanks, man. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's like whenever I come into an environment, like when we got in here, it was just a garage, it was a garage or somebody doing window tinting out of it. We spent 3-4 months kind of revamping the whole place, aesthetically, operationally, putting in offices, putting in a studio, making it where people like would want to come and want to work. Cause like I always put myself in these people's shoes. I put myself in these people's shoes as a musician or as like just a regular person walking into a business. You don't want to see stuff everywhere. I like stuff kind of put together, neat, tidy, and everything works. I don't gotta like think too hard if I want to make something happen, especially in a creative environment. I just want it to be quick. And a lot of guys, which I'm sure you've been around a lot of creatives, they're they're like quick and fast, and they want to do this and this and this, and like I'm trying to like offer that to people, but in like a clean way.
I think you've made the ability to have people pursue their dreams more accessible than it's ever been.
That's awesome.
Especially for this type of area. We're in Ocean County, New Jersey, in Toms River, and I can confidently say there's nowhere that I've seen this county or the surrounding counties that is doing something like this. Like, for the people listening to the podcast, they really need to get an idea of the scale. You can probably hear the echo. We're in the black box right now. But what's the square footage? Like, we're working with a lot of space.
Yes. So when I first got to place, it was only about 2,000 square feet, which is a lot of space. We had to redo an office upstairs, which we turned into a studio. The black box itself is about 1,800 square feet. And then after about a year of being here, we're just a little over that now, we expanded even more into the other side. So we acquired about another 1,800 square feet. which that I'm super excited about because that kind of takes this black box idea, like what worked, what didn't work, and then seeing other things that were happening. In that space, we're making like ready to shoot sets. We're doing things such as like a 70s living room, and we're doing a like a bathroom scene, a gym locker room scene, and then like a super bright color room, and then a photo studio in the back with green screen, different backdrops. Yeah, yeah, it's that's what I wanted to do. So like over there now, it lets me kind of clear the area in here to let this be just a big playroom basically for creative people, and then back there is allowing people to work not even only at the same time, but like in a totally different headspace.
And now this is about to be made ready to the public soon, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to launch everything right after Christmas. So hopefully January 1st we'll be like pretty much ready to go. We'll have a new we're going to launch all of our new ads, like on social media and different stuff like that. I'm doing a couple networking events in here with photographers, videographers. Those are the people Podcasters, really though. Yeah, the podcasting I'm super excited about because I love the different environments you could be put in. So I think for podcasters, even like yourself, like for a single day with enough people to come in, I think you can get a lot of different looks done in a single day where you can get, a month's worth of shows together, or even at least a couple weeks worth of shows, depending on what your release schedule is. I think it's kind of built for all that. And that's really what I'm looking to do for anybody who wants to come in, even if you're just a photographer and you come in here with a model. I mean, in one day, even in a 6-hour span, you can get tons of back content that you can be releasing, week after week, and you don't got to keep chasing that, that back catalog of all your stuff.
What's some of the stuff that you've already had work going on here? Because this has been here for about a year, right?
Yeah, for about a year. So we've done, God, I want to say we've probably done close to, I mean, it's probably getting up there. I would say around 70 videos, probably. And that is like a mix of full bands, acoustic acts, rapping. We've got some, it's pretty, that's pretty much like the gambit of the music. We've had some solo artists in here. It really depends. We've done that. We've done some dancing videos. We've done, I'm trying to think what else we've done in here. There's just so many different things that go on. We've had like short films filmed. We've done podcasting. So there's been a big array of different things that kind of go on.
Two biggest things that I really like about this place, it's so accessible. Up top, you have the studio. Now that studio is going to be really nice and fleshed out, nice single space if you're a podcaster like me. It gives you somewhere nice and quiet to work and see people. Mm-hmm. But more than that, I've been roadie, I've carried stuff for my guys, and you have a giant set of doors to bring everything in. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that was great to have that. And actually the first person that I booked in here, it was a woman that did a motorcycle shoot. And it was awesome. So she's part of some group, and she had clients with like multiple motorcycles. They'd come in here, and she would, the bikes were done up, and she would just do pictures. It was really to focus on the bikes. But her biggest thing is that she was having the hardest time finding a place that wasn't a motorcycle shop or something, or just like a regular mechanic shop that she can go in and shoot. That wasn't that aesthetic. So us having the roll-up doors was super easy for her to have the guys literally just drive right in, drive right out, bring the next people in. I've had multiple cars in here. I've done a couple music videos with that, where we've like sprayed the cars down, made them like wet, and we've done lighting inside of the cars. Again, the motorcycles, and with all having the roll-up doors makes it super accessible, like you're saying, for somebody that's bringing a lot of stuff in. We'll have 3 with the expansion of the new spot, so you could be bringing in stuff quickly, and then you could. One of the other things, the advantages that I find is that when you're like breaking down a set, you could throw everything in the other room, still working here while half your gear is being unloaded, being packed up for the night.
Absolutely crazy. I was lucky enough to be here when Necro Garden was doing some recording,
Hmm.
and shout out to Necro Garden. We
Oh
love them
yeah,
on
yeah.
the show. We love them in general, and that's a solid 4 to 5 piece depending on when they're performing. And they had the full drum set, all the stacks were out, all the guitars, and
Mhm.
gosh, I think this was the quickest unload I've ever seen. They're out of here in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's the nice thing is I think you're able to do like a lot in a day because of how fluid the space could be. I mean, there's been many occasions where either one, if not two videographers are in here and they're able to get to the most like three, even four, like the other day I had in here, get that much content done in a day. It's a lot, you know, but it works because you have a lot of room to work and move around.
Right on. So, you previously had another spot. I believe that was in Lacey, New
Mhm.
Jersey, right? How long were you working with that?
So I was in Lacey. Really, I had that space for a band that I was in playing in. We basically needed a space because we had a large light production and all that stuff.
Right.
So that was the reason I got that space. And then yeah, when I wanted to like expand, I basically just took when I knew I wasn't going to be just playing anymore, I just started slowly turning that space into a black box and adding lights. And then I found I was like, oh well, a lot of people are in need of this. You know, they like need this, and there's like nothing around. I'm like, oh, but that really wasn't a thought of mine initially. I would literally had to get it because I was like, I need somewhere to program lights. I need somewhere to make noise. I need somewhere to do all of these.
Contained me for a bit.
Yeah, I need to, yeah, exactly. I need to work on stuff. I need people here. I need parking. I need all this stuff. And I didn't realize that, like, I did need it, but like a ton of other people need it, you know?
Now, you're a New Jersey native? You were born and raised here?
Yeah. I was born up north in Middlesex.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
just
How'd
keep
you end
moving.
up down here?
I just, dude, honestly, I just keep moving more south. I just like started Middlesex, and I went down to Point Pleasant, Brick, Tom's River, Lacey. Now I'm back at Tom's River.
Hey, no. Hey, it's very welcome to have you here, man. You're
Yeah,
doing a beautiful thing for a lot of people. Empowerment's a hard thing to find in this day and age, you know. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
35.
35, and at 35, you're already trying to raise other people around you. It's a beautiful thing. Like not a lot of people can get that. And personally, I thank you for having that type of space and being that type of person.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Now, we've talked a lot about the history of what's happened with ever artists, what you've gone through, what's grown. What are we thinking the next couple of years? 5 piece, 5 years out. What are we hoping?
So that's what I'm super excited about because I feel like I'm at a point right now where I finally understand like how everything is moving, how everything is working. People are being receptive, and I'm like, great. This is where I could start because I feel like I've been working up to this point now, um, which this start for many different reasons and many different avenues, especially in live music, the space, live sound, lighting, logistics, just hiring more people. I could honestly see in the next 5 years either growing out this space, acquiring more space, kind of just replicating what I'm doing. I'm working with a few bands right now that I've like put together, and then I'm working with other outside bands that I like bring in, and like we take them under our wing, and we kind of like show them.
And that's more under the ever artist management
That's another
aspect.
yep, Everart's management for sure. So like I'm gonna be trying to build that bigger and bigger each year. I'm going to be trying to multiply bands and widen play bases and stuff like that. And honestly, like a goals would be to kind of bridge that gap between the cover world, which I know so well, and I'm like just like a huge part of, and that has always been a part of my life, um, to into like the into all like the original scene of everything, you know? I want to be in here prepping tours, prepping different events that are going out, sending people out. I want to, acquire trucking and more space and all this kind of stuff because I want it to be on a much larger scale than where we're sitting right now. Right now, where I see it is like again, it's like the foundation of what I want to build on, you know?
I think that this is a beautiful start.
Thanks.
This can only go up, and I can't see anything going wrong with it. This
I
is
appreciate it.
a great plan to be set forth. Is there anyone who you want to give a shout to as we wrap things up?
Who do I want to shout? Dude, I would, if I honestly had it my way, I would shout everybody because like, nah, everybody's super cool, man. I mean, honestly, I work with anybody in specific. I mean, I work with a lot of different venues, and I work with like the greatest agent, Mike Arbini, for 107 Productions. I mean, Nick Nubs always helped me
Nick
out.
Nubs.
Nick Nubs, yeah. Everybody's always sending their people and sending their love, and like that is a big thing with me too. Is I'm not here to make a quick buck. Trust me, you don't get rich doing this stuff like right off the bat and shit. So it's like I'm just trying to get good people that I like being around, yourself included.
Hey.
You know, I just want to be around good people so that things, you know, just grow naturally. You know, and I think it all comes back. Like I think that, you know, if I can offer the space to somebody that I work with and help them out when they're trying to create something that, like, honestly, doing something like this wouldn't have been happening, wouldn't have been possible if it wasn't for that kind of arrangement and kind of friendship and you know, networking and everything. It's really just that. That's the whole reason we're even sitting here right now. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's. You can give a firm goodbye as we get on out of here.
Later.
That's been Ryan Kelly, Ever Artist Studios, Ever Artist Management. I've been your host, Papa J, all goddamn day.
Love it.
This has been a great session. I'm glad we got to sit here and chat formally, brother.
Same here, man.
All right. And anyone viewing this, we hope you're having a great day. You come by this studio. It's right here in Toms River, New Jersey. And book some time. It's a good time. It's a great place. A great base. Peace.